mechanics and data and some providers as well, right? But most of the time they support MEF. So MEF is like the big waves on the top in the Marine. Then it comes down to like subordinate to the side, more MAGTAF. MAGTAF is like.
I have a chart there.
Oh, okay. So you see what I'm saying? Okay, so MEF, NIR.
You gotta unmute, stand by.
So,
Don't stand up.
you guys see it?
School, sir. Okay. Sorry, I know the red was kind of running out. It's broken down by the ground combat element, air combat element, and the logistics combat element. And as you're saying, these are the sizes: MEF, MedView, Special MAGTAF. Okay, it's just telling you, and this is the easiest way to remember it. So division, regiment, battalion landing team. All right, these are the sizes for a GCE element for MEF, MedView. MAW, MAG, some Marine Air Wing, Marine Air Group, and Helo Squad, MedView. Marine Logistics Group, Combat Logistics Regiment, Combat Logistics Battalion. Alright? Smallest or biggest to smallest, right? This one is always going to be a MAGTAF, right? MAGTAF is the overall term to use as the operating force, Marine Air Ground Task Force, right? A special MAGTAF, easiest way to remember it is think of like SEALs, right? Say they go on a specific mission, meaning they're only going to need specific equipment or task organized equipment or task organized ground elements or air elements that they're going to need for that specific exercise. All right, and then of course, I didn't go into details, they don't talk too much about it, but you have your command element too. So you have, anybody from Green Sign, you have your S shops, HQ, Intel, Ops, Supply, and Resource Management. Sorry, I don't want to steal thunder, but this helps break it down to where it kind of makes sense to those that especially have not been Green Side, because this chapter's confusing to read if you don't understand how this works first.
Thank you. Man, this man is so smart. All right, so any questions at all? So back to MLG. So Marine Logistics Group. MLG, I know the dentists and the hygienists and all those guys. They are separate, but they work hands in hand with Med Battalion to deploy, to give all this to the Marines. So the dentists, sometimes you see some dentists, they are like part of row 2. They don't give care at the row 2, but they will be like a standby. And most of the time, they just give them the role of like triage officer as part of the row 2, all right? Medlog, I've seen this on the test before. Please, it is not a medical logistics commander.
I don't know what happened with comms, but I guess he signed up for it. Do you want to stay here and teach decedent affairs?
Right.
Or you got stuff to do today?
Yes.
Did he sign up for this? I signed up for it.
Yeah. So they might just ask you like,
did you call RP1 today?
What do they do?
I messaged him.
Like Medlog code. And they maintain the medical equipment, maintain the centralized acquisition, storing, and stock rotation. Basically, this is just part of the Medlog. They are part of like the supply with all these guys.
I signed up.
Like the supply like RS and LS and all those guys on the ship. They are part of the medical battalion, MEF, NIM, and special forces. But on the green side of the Marine side, they are Medlog company. And they are part of, they could be part of a MEF, as a big MEF 1, 2, and 3, or as a Med battalion, or as a MEF as well. Alright. Moving on, Med battalion is the big one because they comprises of all the common, all of us here, even the text. And as I said, row 2. Row 2 is the big one. It's the big thing with the Med Battalion. Row 2, and please, for the green side, comment that stop me. I believe 2nd Med Battalion, they have 3 companies.
Two.
Are they 2 now? All right. So now, for the 3rd Medical Battalion, they do have 3 companies. Alpha Company, they are in Okinawa. Bravo Company, they are in Hawaii, and they have a Charlie Company standing by, building them to go to Guam, so that they will support the Pacific. All right. So part of row 2, we have freeze, STP. You're gonna see STP. Oh my God! Pay attention to STP. STP, freeze, and I can't remember what the question says on the advancement that says I think it's the smallest unit.
Yes. Smallest mobile unit.
Mobile unit, and you're gonna see STP line. All right. So STP, surgical company, all these things, they are part of row 2. Okay. And who doesn't understand row 2 thing here, like very well? Row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4. All right, so there is row 5. Row 5 is only happening in corners, never happen in corners, because whatever that happens between row 4 and row 5, they are going to transfer all those patients to the big hospital, like Balboa, like Waterways, like where we are right here. So these are like big hospitals. Then there are some row 5 that some countries, they call themselves row 5 actually. Like in Korea, they have big hospitals like over here, and they call them row 5. So it depends on.
Do you guys understand what he's talking about with the roles?
You
It's
do?
a level of care that you're providing, right? So who do you think role 1 is? First responders. Okay. Who's the first responders taking it to? Who's the role 2? BAS. Right? And then role 3. What's more complex? Because what he's getting at is it basically goes more complex and it has more capabilities the more you go up. So what's more capable than a BAS?
Field hospital.
Field hospital. And what's more capable than a field hospital keeps going up in that level of care. Does that make sense to y'all? I say that because people mention role 2 facilities, and some people, if you've never been Greenside, you don't know what that means. That's basically what it means, is the level of care on what available supplies you have to treat that patient.
No. Real quick. STP is part of the role 2. And think like tactical ambulance. They will actually go out, receive the casualty, and bring them back to the role 2. Using like other 997.
All right, so on the other hand, or similarly to what both of them just said, shock trauma platoon. Let's say they set up on row 2. Row 2 is basically like set up a tent, different tents. I'm talking about like minimum of like 10 tents or like 8. And there's gonna be like different departments in there. And there's gonna be like taking, first tent, taking care of the patient, the second one, they divide the patient, they triage the patient, freeze, hold them, surgery, then they move them out through the ERC. So that is row 2 right there, all right? And shock trauma platoon is part of it. Any other question before I move on? All right, moving on. MLG. MLG is above the Med Battalion. This is the group. Marine logistic group. It is above the Med Battalion. So whenever there's a tasker coming in for like deployment, MEF take it and send it to MLG. Then MLG just like distribute it to Med Battalion and data. And they're gonna like combine who is gonna be part of it to be row 2 and deploy. It could be on the ship, it could be. Most of the time, they're always like alright. So, S-sharps, S1, S1, S2. S1 is like main post office. They take care of all the admin. Part of it is like travel office. They are part of S1. S2, S2 is let me see. I'm trying to think of S2 at the Marine Corps side. I know S6 is like IT.
Intel.
Right? IT, ID cards, clearance. S4, they are part of like all those the transportations, the chow hall, and every other thing. Then S3, Pref Med section, they collate with chaplain office, and they just make everything like possible on the ship. I mean, on the field when they are ready to deploy. All right. So a platoon has one FRIS, one STP, one X-ray, lab, ward, and ERC. ERCS. En route care is ERC means like en route care. That means whenever the patient has been taken care of and they transport the patient through the helicopter to somewhere else or to Rotorua. That is ERC, all right? Moving on. Ooh, this.
You guys don't have this on your bibs, do you?
Nope.
Oh, let me see.
Sorry, I was just looking at that while he was on the phone.
There's always questions every exam I've taken, and I have taken, but
It's not on your bibs at all, though.
yeah,
Which is crazy, because it's almost always on the bibs. But, sorry, I didn't mean to steal your thunder, but it's not on your bibs at all. Say what? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's someone in there.
Yeah, they have people turning in virtually.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you said the core manual. It barely touches anything in the core manual for this chapter. So I just don't want to keep giving y'all unnecessary information that not on this test.
All right. If anyone needs this diagram, I can just like provide it or make it big. Or you can take a picture if you want. You want me to make it big?